Hey, what is up, everyone? It's Rich. All right, welcome to a video. Um, I listened back to the two videos today, and the one thing that I felt that they were lacking, although not completely, I hate presenting problems without presenting solutions. And generally, my channel has leaned more towards like problem solving the pitfalls and like little like bumps in the road that you might hit. So I was trying to think of like a few suggestions for artists. Because I know my channel seems to draw people that are interested in breaking in, maybe have struggled or coming back to drawing. And there's at least of the active posters, there's definitely a higher percentage of people doing that. So look, let's look at advantages that you have right now and things that can really kind of enable you to do the most kick-ass art and stick with it. So I always say this. I mean, like, it's so obvious, but if you can draw even a little bit every day, that's a huge start. Especially like if you aren't drawing at all, or have had an extended break, if you could set aside even 20 minutes and do just like a page of doodles each day, you'll find yourself extending that time. I mean, there's just no two ways about it. So that would be my recommendation. If you're at a dead stop, set a really, really low amount of time that you're going to spend and have fun. Like, I'm telling you, like, right now I'm having the most fun working that I've had in a long time. And I don't even really know what it is, but like I'm really into uh like um toy toy rooms, like so I'll stick on people that collect toys, action figures, whatever. Gone down like a million rabbit holes with this over the last like few days. And I'll just watch people that collect action figures while I work, and it really is like fun and exciting. And I'm creating art, and I'm watching things on toys and statues, and it's really like it makes it easy to do. And even at night, I look forward to actually coming back into my studio and putting on these there a lot of them are just fan videos, people that have 300 subscribers that collect toys and do decent videos. I mean, sometimes they don't even have HD like cameras and stuff like that, but there's I love that passion. And in fact, that was what encouraged me to initially get onto YouTube. Is I used to follow two statue collectors, and actually, I would be really, really curious if anyone. There's people have had to have stumbled onto their videos now. So Victor Rosario and what was his name? Shoot, and I'm forgetting. Lou, Vic and Lou. So they were. God, I can't think of the name of the channel, but anyway, it was two guys that were really into sideshow statues, and they would live stream like 2 days a week, and it's completely insane. So both of these guys passed away within like a year of each other. They were totally healthy dudes. I mean, they were just guys, that collected statues. The one guy passed away, and then like maybe 10 months later, the other guy passed away. It was really crazy. But those are that their channel actually is one of the reasons that I actually do YouTube, because I enjoyed watching their passion for collecting statues so much, that's why I came to YouTube. But look, with YouTube, one of the greatest things about it is you really can learn a lot about comic books, and you couple that with being able to communicate directly with other comic book artists, whether they're pro or aspiring. There's nothing wrong with getting active in the comment sections of videos, and if someone posts a reply that you're into, reply to them. The same on Instagram. I mean, the people that engage more are definitely gonna sort of start to know more people, and then that's how you can come up with maybe you meet a writer that way, or you meet someone that's a colorist, and I do it too. I mean, is connected as you might think that I am. I'm always looking to meet new people online that are artists that are doing cool stuff, and I don't really care if they're brand new or what. If they do cool stuff, or they seem like a cool person and have like interesting ideas, then that to me is that's what it's all about. So when you get on a schedule, then what you need to do is I think a lot of people sometimes struggle with style, like how they're going to draw. Honestly, and I mean, remind yourself of this, like anytime that you start to question your style will naturally evolve. It is something that you honestly do not need to worry about. If you love a particular artist or group of artists, that's fine. When you're not drawing, study their work and try to pick up things from them. And then when you draw, try to incorporate your favorite bits from their work. And I don't mean copy, but I mean, if you love the way that like one artist draws noses on characters or the hair is a certain way, like I guess Sean Gordon Murphy would be a good example. People love Sean's work. He's very like high profile right now, but you know he has like some unique characteristics, the way that he inks and things like that. Embrace that and bring that into your style, and don't ever question it. Just keep working with it, and the more that you draw, the more that will kind of become uniquely your own. Maybe your color palette is different than his, maybe the way that the size of your characters is different. And if you feel like you maybe don't have the endurance to do a lot of comic work, I mean, what's wrong with just doing a little bit each month? If you only did 2 pages a month, at the end of the year you would still have a full 24-page comic book done. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to put sort of professional, whatever you want to call it, like parameters on your productivity. Um, Look, even like if you spent an hour a day, that would be 14 hours every 2 weeks that you would spend. And that's a decent amount of time to draw a comic book page. I mean, you could spend more time, but most people, I think, could probably draw 2 pages a month of their best work, working at that rate, only dedicating an hour a day. So see, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, if you feel like things are out of control or too, like the mountain is too high to climb, just go to base camp 1. That was another thing I was really into about a month ago. I got really into mountain climbing. Mountain climbing videos. I'm such a dork. I'm telling you, like, so I was on Amazon Prime looking for something to watch, and it's called The Dead Zone, like Everest, the Dead Zone. It's about cleaning Mount Everest. There's tons of pollution and dead bodies and all this stuff that they need to get off of the mountain because it's actually polluting the villages, and huge water supply source that provides water for like millions of people from it. So the pollution on Mount Everest is actually causing problems. But yeah, after that I went down this rabbit hole of like watching like like mountain climbing videos and for like a week. Oh man. Right now I'm on resin kits. Like people that build resin kits and paint them like with airbrushes, like that's my new thing. I watch that all day while I'm working. So what else? Supplies. Like if you don't have a big budget, I've done multiple videos on honestly, I could do this too. I could try to come up with a video for like $25 or less, like getting you a setup that could help you draw pages. Would be like a little tricky, but I think that probably for less than $50, I think I could set up a penciler or an inker. Inking would be more expensive than penciling. And then look, if you draw digitally, then all you really need to do is pull the trigger on Clip Studio Paint or, you know, acquire it or Photoshop, whatever. You know what to do. So let's see what else. I mean, like the access to information and artists is off the charts. My channel alone, I'm not even trying to plug it, but I've exposed people to so many different artists and done, you know, pretty decent videos on it. You can at least visually get an idea of what the work looks like, and pretty good quote unquote scans. You know, if you like have a decent size computer screen, I always kind of watch my videos on my computer, so I don't know if on a phone it translates well or like an iPad or whatever, but yeah, like on my big screen. I mean, the when I do the videos, they're generally pretty good. I think the ones where I do the screenshots are probably the weakest. But there's plenty of good stuff to study, and what's great is you know, you can follow someone on Instagram and see who they follow in terms of artists and really kind of like pick artists, brains that way without even really having to communicate with them. But if you find someone that you really love and they have a small amount of people that they follow, you can kind of get an idea of other good artists to check out. There's a guy on Instagram. He's probably on a few different things, but his name is Will Weston. I think it's WIL space Weston, WESTON. I mean, he's like a really, really high level like art teacher, like kind of at the level of Proco, but covers a lot more ground, more sort of stuff that a comic book artist would need. Check out his Instagram because he has all kinds of killer stuff on drawing clothes and figures in perspective, and it's really, really good. Proco to me is more of a like if you're going to be a figure artist or maybe like a fine artist. I know he's branched out more, I think, just to kind of grow his YouTube following, which is huge now. But you know what I mean? It's a brand. I mean, he's done videos where it's like literally he shows you that he's got like a team of people that work for him, which actually surprised me because I always thought it was kind of like a homegrown thing that he did. Then what else? Interviews with artists. Like I'm looking at the screen that I'm recording right now, and you can go down that rabbit hole and just check out interviews with really, really talented people and get their insights, like on podcasts or whatever. So don't ever feel like you don't have the right stuff around you to get to your dreams, because it's not accurate. For free, if you just have internet access, you have access to so much material, more than you could ever use, honestly. Everything that you need is online for free. I really, really feel that way. From job opportunities to education and everything in between, and a peer group that you can connect with. So, all right, I wanted to, like I said, I don't like presenting the negative without sort of resolutions and options for people, and I just wanted to make sure that because these videos sort of appeal to what I would consider introductory artists, I wanted to make sure that you understand that you do have options, and really, I think that there's never been a time, even for buying supplies, like that's, you see all those windows open. I haven't ordered the supplies from the other day yet because I had so many suggestions after I did the video that I was getting confused myself, and I really needed to double check what I'm buying, because I don't want to get too redundant with things and then blow a bunch of money on something that's expensive. You know, and I don't, not need it, but you know what I mean, like so. But even for that, like on Amazon, they sell Kohinoor ink, and it's almost $8 a bottle. But on Blick right now, it's like $3.97 a bottle. It's $4 savings. That's a huge difference. So things like that, I wanted to price crunch and get the supplies for the cheapest price that I can. But I do want to try as many as possible that everyone suggested. But that's an advantage that we have now too, that I didn't have, in the late 90s when I was learning to draw. I would have to drive to an art store that was local, and, if they wanted to charge $30 for a brush that sucked, I didn't really have a lot of options. They would have, was funny was when I would buy brushes, they had a little piece of paper and water, and you were allowed to dip the brush in water and see if it got a point and like test it on basically like almost like a, Post-it note. It was for the purpose of showing that the brush could work or not good. But I would get home and destroy a brush in a couple of days that cost me $30, and I didn't have money to replace them. So now, although you can't try them out in person, most of the time, if you bought it on eBay, you could probably complain and get a refund or get it replaced. I think Amazon would do that too. Not 100% sure how Blick handles that, but you can at least price shop, to get the best deals. So, all right, have a great day, and I am done doing videos. I'm beat. It was fun though. So exciting. What was interesting is so like coming back after Comic-Con, I really actually had no intention of going down this route with my YouTube channel. I want to go a completely different way in terms of like the content that I was going to start providing. But yeah, like just things popped up, and I was like, well, this would be pretty cool to talk about. And I do like to sort of just, like make sure that people based on the past relationships and things that I've met people, what I see is I see that there's a section of artists that are struggling to continue to draw, struggling to break in, struggling to find answers to questions related to the business. So it's kind of like my pleasure to sort of at least help give some options for where you can find those answers. So all right, I'll talk to you all later. Bye.